Dear students, our today topic is C preprocessor directives. So the C preprocessor directive is not a part of compiler. It is a separate step. So this will not come under the execution of your main task. So what is the use of preprocessor? Why we have to include means this is a prerequisite, pre-processing. So before going to do your main task, what are the prerequisites, what are the preambles which should be compiled before going for the execution? So as I already told that before going to cook one dish, you want to make everything to be ready. So to make everything to be ready and with particular quantity and to be in the particular quality, this pre-processing process, no. So those are called as pre-processes. Okay, so we consider we are going to make one dish. So before going to make one dish, we are preparing everything, cutting vegetables, what are the needs, what are the ingredients we need, those and all, make it ready and make with perfect quality and perfect quantity. So this is called as pre-processing. So that is what it is called as pre-processor. So what before going for the actual compilation, what are the steps, what are the instructions to be given to the compiler is called as a preprocessor, right? So this is entirely different from normal coding. So always your preprocessor commands start with a symbol called as hash symbol. Okay, so always your preprocessor commands begin with the hash symbol. Okay, so if your preprocess start with a hash symbol means it may be either a file inclusion file, or it may be a definition, or it may be some conditionals, it may be any conditions based. So like that it will differ. But all preprocessor commands will begin with the symbol hash, right? So now we'll see what are the preprocessor directives available in C. So the first one is very famous and most popularly used preprocessor directive is hash define. So we know that I already explained in the previous videos also. Hash define is nothing but it will substitute that value with some data. Okay, it will substitute that string. Say for example, hash define PI 3.14 is the statement means that PA, wherever the PA occurs in your C program, that 3.14 will be replaced, will be substituted. So that is the meaning of hash define. This will be called as macro substitution. Okay, so this is called as macro substitution. Then next one, what is the next one? Hash include. So hash include we already studied many. So hash include yesterday I wrote on hash include math.hash. That means that we are in that statement we are including some built-in header files which are required for our task. Suppose if my program wants to do more arithmetic operations means that time what you will do, you will add math.hash. Or else my program wants to do so many manipulations among strings. That times you will add string.hash. No ma'am, I want to process about something different in dynamic memory management, or else about time, current time, getting many current seconds and time, date and all means you can include time.hash, stdlib.hash. Those are built-in header files, those can be added. Additionally, instead of moreover that adding of built-in functions, moreover we can add our own header files, or else we can add our own C programs. That is also possible in this using this preprocessor directive. So that we will see in the next slide, right? So starting from serial number 3 to 8, these undefining, if not defined, if defined, and if any test condition, if else, and error. So these are called as compiler controlled directives. So these are called as compiler controlled directives. That means that it based on some condition, this directive values will change. So first, when you take the first one, undefined, that means that it will define that it will undefine that preprocessor directive. Say for example, you have declared a hash define pi 3.14. So then after that you have done some manipulation using that pi. After that you don't want to use that pi means immediately you can undefine that PA, that pi. That is not required for the rest of my processing. So that time you can undefine. So this is also possible. And then if not defined, Some say the same example. You are going for calculation of area of circle or area of cone, area of something. Some mathematical operations you are going to do means that time you forget to define that pi value equal to 3.1 or some value, that constant value you forget to define means that time you can have the checking. If not define that macro means you can define. Okay. So if not defined means you can define, or else if not, you want to check whether that macro is defined or not defined. In that case also this preprocessor directives will work. And then serial number 6, if it will test if the compiler term condition is true. If that condition is a dynamic condition. So that condition is true means it will return like it will, that corresponding rest of the program will be carried out, or else it will go for the else part. How will do if else part? No, the same conditions are applied here. So starting from serial number 3 to 8, these are called as compiler controlled directives. Okay, so these are the famous preprocessor directives available in C. So let us see one by one with some examples. Okay, preprocessor example. First statement is hash includes stdio.hash, that we have already studied and we know that is a known concept. Then hash include myHeader.h. So what is the difference between myHeader and stdio.h means stdio.h is a built-in header file that is already pre-compiled, pre-built and stored in your C directive, C API. But if you want to add one more header file, that is user defined header file means that option also available in C. So how we can include in the same statement hash include, instead of using greater than and lesser than symbol, you can use double quotes. That means that myHeader.h is the one user defined header file that is going to be used in your rest of your program. Okay, so this is called as file inclusion. So this concept is called as file inclusion because we have included some headers files, built-in header files and user-defined header files also. Right. Coming to the next part, hash define. I already told hash define file size 42. Here file size is nothing but one string, that value 42, that data 42 is replaced or substituted wherever that file size string occurs. Similarly, hash define number 3.14, hash define letter, one letter is assigned. So this is also possible. These are famous. These are coming under the category of macro substitution. And coming to compiler directive, if defined, debug is defined means you can have some debugging statement here, there, or else you don't have. So if you want to define the debug string means you can define, you can in that you can have the statement stating about debug, or else you can leave. So this is also possible. And then coming to the last part, if not defined PA, that means PA is not defined means we have to give some warning messages. So printf that PA is not defined, so we are going to define it now. Then in that part I have defined PA 3.14. Else or else, how we normally use if else part, no, the same only. Or else if printf is you have to convey this matter like a printf PA is already defined in this group in the program, like that you have to convey this one. So this is also possible C programming statement which come under the category of compiler controlled directives. So these are the some best examples which I have picked from the book. Right. Now we are going for the classification of preprocessed directives. What are those classifications? Means first one is macro substitution, that is called as hash define. This will substitute the some values. And header file inclusions, that is called as hash include. You can include your built-in header files or some own user defined header files or some C programming header files also, that I will see detailed in next slides. Conditional compilation, that is nothing but compiler controlled directives. The best examples are if defined, if not defined, if else, if undefined, end if. So these are the some examples of compiler controlled directives. Apart from that, we have some more directives. Those are called as pragma. Pragma is used to call a function before and after the main function in a C program. So that is a different thing. We will see in the next slides one by one. So as of now, we have studied about the definitions of preprocessor, and we have seen some examples of preprocessors, and we have seen the classifications of preprocessor. In the next video, we are going to see one by one categories of preprocessors. Hope you understand this topic. I will catch you in the next video.